Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special Friday afternoon makeup session where I'm going to just jump on and finish a couple handfuls of free readings that I didn't get to this morning because I love giving back to my community. And so I had so many and I didn't get through them all. I will be back also this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm not taking any, there's why there's no chat in this one. I'm not taking any new readings for this session. It's just a makeup. But this evening, I will be back tonight and tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also the next two mornings, Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to join me then with your questions, I, of course, welcome you to come visit. After I finish this reading, I will pin a comment listing the order in which the readings were finished. And I also post a link in the previous video. All right, so let's get in to finishing up the readings here. Now, we had left off, let me put these over here, with great quartz. So thank you for your patience in getting to your reading. Let's just shuffle these up, and I'm going to be using this beautiful Sanctus Concordia tarot deck, and the author here, Christopher Lee, did offer 10% off for my followers for the cards. The link is in the description box of the video down below if you're interested in that. All right. So great quartz. Any messages for you from God? All right. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know? Messages from Guru God. All right. I love this because you got the Strength card coming in here with the Six of Wands. And what this represents is the Six of Wands is recognition, it is victory. And I love the Leo energy of the Strength card coming in here because this is your higher self communicating with your human self, and this is your posse of support, basically giving you a fist bump, giving you a high five, telling you that they're proud of what you've been doing, the job that you've been doing in your life, in your path, what you've been doing, a lot of things that aren't seen by people. You're not getting the recognition from people, but Spirit wants you to know both your higher self and your entire entourage of thousands of beings of unconditional love and light that are around us. Every second of every day that they see it, they know you, they recognize all the challenges you've overcome, all the things you do that aren't seen by others in positive ways. They're not going, "We see you." They're saying, "We see the positive things that you would want to be seen." They see everything. They don't have any judgments. They just have pride and unconditional love for you. And so it's like a fist bump, high fives, bumps all around, just in the journey that you're taking, the things you've overcome, your strength and your courage is being recognized as well. So I love that for you, great courts. And that is like this encouragement that they are very, they know you're very capable of overcoming anything that comes across your path. And of course, you're never, ever alone. So I love that for you. And that's what they have for you, great courts. And then Pramia, hi, you want to know a February love reading and when will you get married? All right, let's take a look here. So we'll pull one card for February, one card for when you'll get married. So February love reading is more Nine of Pentacles, is you being by yourself, in, more to yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is, the nine is the hermit's journey on the major arcana, so it is this number of beings, stepping back. Usually there's a winged creature in here which represents spirit, and so February is a month where you're more so learning about your relation of your worth into in relation to the outside world, and this transformation of spirit showing you your true self-worth, your capital S self-worth that you find inward and upward, versus defining yourself by the outside world, which I call retail price. What's my value to others? Well, that changes like retail. Depends on the season. Someone's emotions can change moment to moment, which changes their opinion of us. And that's outside of our control. That's why one of the best memes out there is other people's opinions of you are none of your business because that's through their eyes. They're looking in a mirror, looking at themselves. We have no idea what they're seeing. So why their opinion of us has nothing to do with us. So I feel like February for you for love is about you spending time raising your love vibration, looking at your self-worth and your self-love, and spirit is guiding you in that, allowing you to have this connection to this deep power here. All right. And then when will you get married? Oh, I'm so sorry. The Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all, which does show that it's slow coming. Ranges. Um, Events happen in our life in like ranges, not in exact dates. Like it's not so much is not predetermined before we come down here of exact timings. Besides our date of our birth and our hour, we want that because we know what energies comes in through our astrology. But usually the rest of everything else is pretty much even our deaths can be ranges. And when you get the Knight of Pentacles, it's that, it's going to be a while. It's slow coming, but when things are going slow, it's happening so that we can do things like this, so that we can raise our love vibration. Because if we don't, then we're going to have low vibrational long-term relationship, which we don't really want. We don't want lower vibrational emotions in a relationship. Betrayal, arguing, deceit, depression, sadness. We don't want all that. We want unconditional love and joy and patience and laughter and abundance, right? And that's what we're wanting. That's giving you time to raise your love vibration to get to that. So it is undetermined. It could be as early as in February, as late as a year from now. I mean, it's a large um, open range of time when we would get married because it depends on the energy we're putting in and the energy the other person is putting in. But all you can do is focus on the energy you're putting in with raising your own love vibration. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. That was for Premia. So many blessings. And then Kelsbreek, apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. And you want to know, why is this Virgo so distant towards you? All right. Let's take a look here. We'll see what's going on with this Virgo. What is happening? This Virgo seems to be in their head. We'll see what Spirit says here, but they just feel like they're um, distracted by a lot of overthinking, a lot of stuff that's going on here. Yeah. And so they definitely have here, you've got this kind of touch and go, because you have the Eight of Wands, which is fast moving energy. But then you have the slowest moving horse out of them all. So that's why I feel like there's so much going on inside there. There's a lot of energy that's happening, but even though swords didn't come up here, there is a lot of energy around this being invested in overthinking, thinking, and that's what keeps them moving slow on the outside world here. So, that their distance, I just feel like they're thinking about things, about what they want in life. They're caught up in, what does all this mean? What do they want? Um, and there's just this challenge, these fears of moving forward, and it's like they when they were younger, they were punished a lot for failing at things, and so they learned very early on that if you're not going to be perfect at something in their whatever perfect definition is in their mind, then they don't do it. You have to make sure that you're going to be perfect at it before you jump into it. And so, they do a lot of overthinking, a lot of over planning to try to make sure things are perfect. Otherwise, in their mind, they're going to fail and there's punishment. A lot of this is subconscious too. And, but I feel like this is a lot. They're in their head a lot. Which, you being a Gemini, you're like, hey, I get thinking, but and actually, um, Virgos and Gemini, you're both ruled by Mercury, so you're used to a lot of that thinking and communication and kind of energy. But they're very much way out in their head, overthinking a lot of stuff. because of those fears. So hopefully that helps, Kelzabreek, and very many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Mega W. You like some guidance for your love life. All right, let's see. What does Spirit, what guidance do they want to give you regarding love? Oh, there was two. All right. Wow. So you got the Ten of Pentacles energy here, which is love. You can see them down there at the bottom. See if I can get it to focus at all in here. I know this is hard. There it goes. You can see they're all down there in the bottom, which is one of my relationship cards. And you have the Hermit card, which is about some alone time, consulting with spirit. You know, the little lantern down here that has spirit guiding your light and guiding your path in your love life. And whenever you get like a Hermit card along with love and all that, there is this stepping away from the outside world and relationships and all of that to clear out and to clarify things, to let go of some fears, fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears that you're not lovable, these old emotions that are below the surface. There's a lot of, lower vibrational energy that keeps us anchored and keeps us held back and not able to go forward. And so when spirit invites us with that hermit card, they're like, come here, come away with us. We want to show you some things. And so when you step back and you step up and contact them and connect with spirit and journal and say, I'm open to what you have to say for me. Can you show me these messages? Then they do, they open it up and they will bring, you can ask them, what from my past can I let go of? What mindsets no longer serve me about what love is, my lovability, who they're supposed to be, how love is supposed to, all these opinions that you grew up with from your past, and then also any emotions and relationships that you can clear out. And so this is a time of reflection so that you can let stuff go. You can open up this emotional energy and have it available for a relationship. So it's like they're preparing you for this relationship so you can have a healthy, higher vibration instead of doing what we've always done and getting what we've always gotten. So I like this clearing out of things that's coming in here for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mega W. So many blessings to you. And then Jas, you are up. Hello. So you want to know, do Samir and you have a future? You're in a no contact situation. Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Based on current energies, do you and Samir have a future? All right, let's take a look here. There's a possibility here, but it's going to take a lot. You got the Four of Swords here, which is the peace of mind card, but it's also about clearing away expectations and cutting away fears and thoughts and beliefs, right? And it would take the Magician. This is really applying a lot of energy, and it would take both of you applying and looking at what are the expectations, what are the sources of our conflict with this with the Four of Swords. It's peace of mind. Usually it's someone sleeping on an Ace of Swords, and the Three Swords of expectation and disappointment up on the wall. And this is saying that it would require both of you looking deeply at that. And though I feel like you wouldn't have a problem with that, I feel like not that anyone enjoys shadow work, but you don't mind it, and you don't mind looking at things and transforming things. But I feel like they are a little bit behind, like blocks behind you in the journey. And so that's why I don't feel super excited about that they would do that. I feel like they will more so kind of suppress and push things down and blame other people for, well, this was their fault, well, that was their fault because they can't, at this time in their life, take ownership for what was not working well, right? So I mean, there's always a possibility, but I don't feel like it's a high one. Based on this energy, I feel like there's would take a lot. Yeah, even the 10 of Wands is showing itself here. It would take a lot of energy and effort. Um, but I don't feel I feel like you would do a lot of effort and put into it, but I don't feel like they would. And so I feel like spirit's nudging you to use the time to reflect on yourself and what did you learn, what mindsets can you let go, what fears came up, what interactions have you had, learn from it, so that you don't have to have another mirror like them, and you get to go on to something higher vibrational and more in tune with your heart. So that's what's coming in, Jazz. So many blessings to you. And then Magana, hello, hello. Hey, so what do you need to know at this moment? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit feel you need to know at this moment? All right. Oh, wow. Well, you definitely have the last card in the Major Arcana, the World card, and the first card in the Major Arcana, the Fool. So this is all about the World card is victory, but it's also about leaving behind the cycles that no longer serve you, leaving behind the old ways of doing things, moving into a new way of doing things. That in the Fool card is this journey that's free of a lot of restrictions and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. It's a journey that's free of a lot of restriction. And it's the ending of new cycles, the beginning of new adventures. And it's time for significant ending and significant new beginning in your life. But it's not like a death card, ooh, or tower card. This is a wow, things have changed now. You've completed things have come to fruition. It's time for that to stop, and you're ready to go into a whole new adventure in a whole new way. So I like that. Don't be afraid to let go of the old and start something completely new. Moving somewhere, starting new relationships, starting a new job, going back to school, excuse me, whatever, ignites this passion. Nothing is impossible. That Full card is like a little kid that's like, wow, the world is full of possibilities and nothing is impossible. And that's the kind of energy that's coming in for you. So I like that for you, Magana. And that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Right. And then SM, you are up next. Hello. You want to know what KK is feeling about you, about us. So let's take a look here. So what is KK feeling about you? All right. Well, there's a lot of movement coming in here. You've got the Knight of Cups and you've got the Chariot card. The Chariot card is the power of choice card. It is victory. It is very much movement. It's almost like all four horses all in one. It's Cancer energy, which is emotion too. So there's a lot of emotion that's being felt here. The Knight of Cups is movement of emotion. And they're in this place here of decision making. They're trying to figure out what story do they want to apply to us? What emotions do they want to feel? What energy do they want to put forward? What physical actions do they want to take? And so there is this great amount of contemplation and choice. I feel like they're getting ready to make choices. So you're going to be getting communication from them through all of this too. So I like it. It feels very positive. It feels very action oriented. I feel like what's holding them back is they've had some fear and some heartache in the past. And this is what they're trying to figure out and kind of process things a bit, letting go of some old emotions that don't serve them as well. But they're on a quest for higher love than that they've had before. And so this is what they're wanting to experience with you. But it just feels like fresh still. It feels like undetermined based on current energies. They're just trying to figure it out still. But I feel like they're on the verge of taking action here. I don't feel like they're a big excuse me, like super contemplator. Not like they'll be like, for days and days and days. It's like if they want to buy something, they don't do research for weeks. They'll research for an hour and then go, okay, had enough. I'm doing this. So I feel like you don't have to wait that long for those to be expressed. So that's what's coming in for you, SM. So many blessings to you. And then Rhonda, hello, hello. So you'd like to get an update on yourself and where you're heading in the coming days. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know, my dear? My dear, actually get a couple cards here. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I do see here you've got these the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. You definitely are in this process of continuing to see what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have cheated you in the past that have made you feel kind of deceived and even some betrayal. But you're discovering with this Hierophant, who's your higher self, drawing you to see things from this higher perspective. You're able to see this with this uh, new clarity that the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you had within you are what got reflected into the outside world. And I like this because as you've been, you're in the process, you've been learning this, and you're discovering more and more that are below the surface as things are unfolding. And you're like, okay. So when things happen in the outside world that kind of have this fear bubble up, it's then that you realize, oh, this is a belief inside of me. Where did this come from? How can I transform this? Because I don't want to believe that anymore. And you have this great transformation that comes in here because you do have the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. And this Page of Pentacles is about new opportunities opening up in the outside world. But the Four of Pentacles is this great learning lesson that you have that, and it has to do, I'm so sorry that I'm hacking up here. Sorry. But it's this awareness that the outside world can't define you. And when we define ourselves by the outside world, it does make us feel unstable because the outside world is unstable. So all these mindsets about, well, this stuff was supposed to do this, but I was cheated out of this, and this person deceived me, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, the big deception is that our stories that we were putting to things were of fear and out of love. And this transformation that you're coming in brings around this safety and this safe feeling you have in the outside world. The Four Pentacles is like four walls in the outside world. It's very solid foundation. And so I feel like what's happening here is you're just getting more and more clarity around anything that triggers up that sparks any kind of fear and uncomfortable feelings is a flag showing you that something can be looked at, but inside of you, not out here. If we have like, well, that person made me feel this way, there's three fingers pointing back at us. I'm the one that chose to put that story when that person did that, to feel that way when that person did that, to put that energy into it when that person did that, to have this physical action when that person did that. That's all me and my choice, which in the beginning, it kind of pisses us off when we realize all this stuff going on is my choice. I invited it. It's for me though. And then we can step into that going, oh, but I have the power over my life, and that's where you want it. I feel like this empowerment is what's coming in here for you. So I like it for you, Rhonda Rhonda. That's what they have for you right now. And then my final reading for this session is Fire Spawn. So Fire Spawn, you want to know how did S feel about your message? All right. So it looks like they're still kind of going back and forth with the Justice card here. There is equal passion and victory and you know uh, smooth moving energy with the Six of Wands. So I feel like there's this balanced approach to it. There's like things on either side when it comes into this. So I feel like they're kind of, you know, still in the process of, okay, they're taking different things different ways. and it did cause some thinking. But I like this. It's a joy, celebration, victory type of card, that Six of Wands. So overall, I feel like it's a positive energy, but I just feel like they're a big thinker too. So they're analyzing and reanalyzing what you're saying because they don't want to jump to conclusions. So I don't know, whatever the message is that you sent them, it is making them think about things, and it did ignite some sort of movement of energy within them with that Six of Wands. It's kind of on both sides. But I feel like overall, um, they were excited about the message, but now they're like, "Am I reading into it? Well, let me read into it some more. Let me read between the lines. What are they trying to say? What's going on?" I just feel like they just are off these thoughts. They go off and they go off and they go off. But it is a positive thing, I feel, overall with those cards. So I like that. Interesting. All right, so that's what they have for you, Fire Spawn, and thank you guys so much for your patience, me getting to these readings. If you're enjoying them, make sure to hit the thumbs up. That does tell me you're enjoying these free readings, and I know not everyone can give donations, so that's why I like to come back on. But if you're able to give me a free thumbs up, that does help out my channel if you feel so inclined. And like I said, I'll be pinning a comment down below with the order in which these were completed. And I'll be back in 2 hours, for about 2 hours for my evening session. So, and then also tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain time, and then also Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain time. So we will see you when we see. Until then, remember, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night. Until I see you again, much love. You hang in there. You take care.